Alright, so let's talk about integrating our CDs or concrete details. I prefer to use the term evidence, but let's talk about how we should work towards integrating those concrete details or evidence into our writing. I think what we've typically done is we've found something that we really think is important, something like even before her husband's death, the Academy was ridiculed because its calendar was prepared by a woman. You have a fairly strong statement and you want to use that. So you've typically done something where you say, according to document 8, it states that, and then you go on to basically put the quote in, but you're telling me in document 8 it states, even before her husband's death, the Academy, once again I'm just pulling right from the quote, was ridiculed, its calendar was prepared by a woman. Now I've got it. And here's my quote. Okay? The problem I run into is that even though I've got this and here's my quote, I haven't added any of my analysis. I've just simply thrown out the quote. According to document 8, it states that this. And then after that, I would give my commentary or analysis and try to then tie this in to my overall argument that I'm trying to make. Okay? Now what we want to do, though, is we want to take our commentary or our analysis and tie that directly in with the quote and integrate them together into one sentence. So an example might be, others, such as Johann Jablonski, because that's the guy who's saying this, simply believed that women like Maria Winkelmann, and I'll fix these spellings later. Okay, so Maria Winkelmann in the field bring shame to the sciences as his Academy was ridiculed because its calendar was prepared by a woman. Okay? Now when you look at this, okay, I've got some analysis. I'm talking about Jablonski. He believed that women like Maria Winkelmann in the field bring shame to the sciences. So I'm saying something already. I'm giving an explanation already. And then, as part of my own sentence, I'm using the quote. Okay? Now, it's still at the end, and that's okay. But the point is that I'm saying a lot more than, according to document 8, it states, and then I throw the quote out, and then I have to explain it afterwards in a separate sentence. I'm putting them together. I'm giving some analysis here, and that's what I want to do. Okay, or an even better example of this, okay, might be, or a stronger example, might be where I even integrated a little bit further. Okay, so let me show you here. I don't want this to be bold. Okay, Johann, let's say Jablonski is furious that his Academy was ridiculed and blamed Winkelmann for bringing shame to him and his colleagues because its calendar was prepared by a woman. Okay, and so I'm still giving all of my analysis in many ways. These are my own words, but I'm adding in the concrete details, okay, as I write, and they're seamlessly integrated into my own statements and sentences. And this is really where we want to head. Okay, and so this would be really what we'd want to be doing, to where we're adding in our analysis, and to go along with it, we're putting in pieces of our our evidence to support it, but we're using it in such a way that it's become part of our own words in many ways. Okay, and it's integrated rather than just throwing it out there and then throwing some analysis afterwards. We're integrating them together. Okay, the easy way to do this: make sure you understand what it is you want to say. Then you go find the quote that you think is most important and powerful to support that, and then figure out a way to integrate what it is you want to say with those important, powerful pieces. Okay? And then at the end, of course, I would have to parenthetically cite as well. Okay? But that's really what we want to do.